Today, we will discuss J.P. Morgan Chase and their Division of Financial Services Asset Management. This will be the final project done for Principles of Management here at Texas Southern University. Many of our viewers are already aware of some of the common financial services offered by J.P. Morgan Chase, which includes card services, investment banking, and commercial banking. But today, we will solely focus on asset management, which accounts for the majority of revenue of this financial institution. This division is primarily labeled an open system, meaning they cannot function without the interaction of their external environment in which they do business in. In order to generate revenue, there must be investments made into private and corporate interests looking to make a steady profit on their portfolios. Since it is an open system, they are subject to environmental changes that may occur. These changes are out of the control of the management division. Overall, this division holds a directive of growth strategy. They want to continue to increase the revenue of their cash cows in global investment portfolios. Since JPM has a wide array of assets, both in the United States and in countries around the world, the company holds a large share of the financial investment market, making the opportunity for new entrants very low. At the same time, JPM, with its large portion of foreign direct investments, the threat of global protectionism is high. This division operates in a stable yet complex environment. The financial market is generally slow to change. When large changes do occur, they are usually by cause of an outside factor of the complex environment, such as changes in foreign policy between governments. Such a complex environment to conduct business in requires constant scanning of environmental factors to help the asset management division stay as far ahead of large financial market changes as possible to reduce losses. Self-managing teams are vital to the overall success of these domestic and foreign investment portfolios. Without needing direct oversight and having a clear understanding of strategic goals for each portfolio, these teams are able to make faster decisions regarding changes to their range's financial markets. By using broad portfolio strategies in respective countries that JPM has invested offices in, there is a greater chance of increased revenue by diversifying these investments over a broad range of businesses and products. Each investment office shows a strong level of commitment to their clients' interests and increased revenue. Without this and the use of rational decision-making, JPM would not have grown to the level of investment banking that currently sits. JP Morgan's mix of functional and multi-divisional organizational structure works well with the company. Functional structure usually works well with small firms with few products and services, and yet it works well for JP Morgan also. The multi-divisional structure divides the organization to 6 business segments that are self-sufficient and are responsible for different groups of businesses and markets. They have made each division to meet their own quota in order to meet the company's goal. The portfolio managers at each investment office around the world all hold excellent conceptual and people skills, both of which are highly necessary for successful businesses and financial investments. Each manager must be able to be personable to their investors and at the same time see on a broad scope of eventualities for where to steer their investments. This one-to-one communication makes JP Morgan highly sought after for first-time investors who need more guidance. JPM, as of today, has over 30 investment offices in countries all over the world with growing markets promising greater financial returns. These foreign direct investments are huddled under the corporate umbrella of globally consistent strategy objectives for each portfolio investment. By having offices and self-managing teams in each of these countries, there is allowance for local adaptations to the political and financial market trends of each respective country. Here are some of the most prevalent uncertainties that can be found within the complex environment that JPM Asset Management faces. Here recently, in the United States, there have been changes to foreign trade policies that will have an unknown impact upon the global market that the U.S. does business in. These changes could lead to other countries deciding to cut ties with all U.S.-based investment firms. And another aspect of these policy changes, we could see a large change in the worth of the dollar with foreign exchange rates leading to a huge loss of revenue on foreign investments and countries where the exchange rate is highly competitive. With any increase of market commonality, JPM could find themselves in competitive parity with all other investment firms, leading them in search of new competitive advantages. Another form of uncertainty would come from foreign protectionism, in which the countries we have major investments in would favor having their own investment firms handle the large sum portfolios instead of a foreign business like JPM. This kind of political uncertainty is why global policy here in the United States is vital to the well-being of global trade and financial investments. BlackRock is the #1 asset management company in the world because it utilizes artificial intelligence. This use of information technology has allowed the company to maintain a first-mover advantage. Until AI is widely distributed to companies, there would be a strong competitive advantage in favor of BlackRock. The company uses AI to explore the potential solutions for improving their investment decisions. BlackRock combines both machine learning and artificial learning in asset and investment management. The company set up a platform called the Aladdin Risk Platform, which is an operating system that is tailored for investment managers. This platform offers risk analytics and portfolio management software tools that are applied to the financial data, allowing portfolio managers to make more informed investment decisions. In order for JPM to obtain a competitive parity with its main competitors, the company must implement the use of information technology, such as artificial intelligence, just like BlackRock has done. This would allow the company to handle a greater amount of environmental information that affects the company's ability to have profitable returns on their investments. Overall, this would provide the investment offices with a cheaper solution of obtaining data relevant to their markets. At the same time, providing investment managers with a decision support system that would reduce the uncertainty factors related to making an informal investment decisions. Here are some recommendations that our team found to be beneficial to JPM if they were implemented. JPM should focus on an innovative platform that uses AI and perhaps machine learning that would enable managers to assess the level of risk in a particular portfolio investment. JPM also will create a competitive parity with BlackRock if it utilizes AI to create a virtual assistant who answers questions and comes up with recommendations. Another way for JPM to reduce its environmental uncertainties would be by increasing the investments in countries not directly affected by foreign policies and trade agreements made by the United States. This would allow time for JPM to assess the market effects quicker for possible collateral fallout from poor decisions made by U.S. policymakers. One final recommendation would be for JPM to liquidate a percentage of its financial holdings so that they can be transferred into non-substitutable resources. This means it would not lose value if the global economy would see a sudden drop in profitability. Having these resources in reserve holdings in the event of a financial collapse in either domestic or foreign markets would help to give the company other options for revenue while the financial crisis is resolved. Thank you so much for viewing our final presentation for Principles of Management here at Texas Southern University.